Hello, social sellers. George is here, and welcome to George Live Show, where we talk about business offers and how you can or how you should run your business in the digital and knowledge era. So today we're going to talk about an important topic that always it gets back in the comment section when I go live and about the articles that I post, especially when I touch on the school system and the financial institution system. So I'm going to talk about those two systems today. Not I'm not going to advise with and against, but I'm going to show you the right information, the right knowledge. I'm going to share with you like how they work in first place and how you can benefit from those two systems. Because by default, there is no system, whatever you consider it evil or an angel system. There are always good and bad about anything that we do in this life, and the good and bad, the right and wrong, it doesn't go on doing always the right things in the right way, but also it goes beyond that, beyond what we do on daily basis. Because remember, everything that we do in our physical life, it has what we call the duality. It has the positive and the negative side of it, and you have to find your balance between those positive and negative. So life, the way we run our lives based on duality, on polarity. So always we have bad and good, white and black, up and down. So you have to keep that in mind, because if you mess with this kind of law, the law of our nature, you will ruin the way you run your business, and also you will not know how to run your life in the right way. And also you will not know how to use the systems that we have in schooling, in finance, in banking, in marketing, in sales, anything that you want to do in your life or in your business. You're going to have troubles and you're going to have problems running those kind of systems. So I'm going to touch base only on two systems today, how they work, what you should know about them, and also what you should know about their advisors, because the problem is not in the system itself. The problem is in the advisors who you hire, who you talk to, because they are the specialists, and at the end they know nothing beyond what they've been programmed to know, and beyond what they've been programmed to tell you. So we're going to talk about those two systems, and also you have to be aware that since you were at early age, we've been hypnotized, we've been programmed also from those two systems, because the way corporation and the way companies, they want you to understand how things go in just like one polarity, one duality, one side of that kind of duality. They want you to understand it this way, because when you do it, now they can get more benefit. So think about what's happening right now in the stock market with GameStop company and the stocks they have. The war between Wall Street and the war between Wall Street and those small investors. Usually, by default, every single time when a company crash, when a company stock goes down, Wall Street sharks, literally, they know how to play that game, and literally every single time they kick the butt of those small investors. But what's happening right now, the game is changing, and game is changing because people started to know way better than what it used to be, and way better than before. So literally, you have to understand how things go, how things happen, and every single system that you need to deal with, so you can turn that system to your benefit. So don't buy on the advice, don't buy on the things that you've been programmed to buy. So think, apply things that maybe go beyond what you know, and literally you want to change your circumstances, you want to change your own results. So by default, let's start with the banking system. By default, the banking system is not this bad. So you have to go to the bank, you still need to get a loan, you still need to get the service of the banking industry. But the problem with banking system, this is how they want you to think. Always when you go to a bank, just go and open an account, like without having even an investment account. Just go and open an account, and the first thing they tell you, if you put 3,000 or 5,000 in the banking account or in that account, we're going to write off your monthly fees. So usually banks, they charge you about $15 or $10 on monthly basis for their service fees. So they write that off if you put 3,000 and you don't touch that 3,000, or your money doesn't go beyond or below those 3,000. So literally, this is what they are doing. Literally, yes, they're going to write off. They're going to take that $10 charge off your account, but this is what they are doing on the back end. Banking system and financial institutions, including insurance and all those guys who does the who deal with money, and they have this system of or they know, or they are in the regulation of the money system. This is how they work. Every single time you put $1 or one penny in your account and you don't touch it, the bank or the financial institution, literally they can lend 10 times that dollar or that penny that you put in your account. So let's go to X bank, and you put 3,000 in that bank. That bank use that 3,000 of your own money and lend 10 times 30,000 out of the thin air. So you have to understand that the bank gives you 0.05 or 0.01% interest on your saving account, which is nothing, like literally nothing. And people yet put their money on the saving account in the hope that they get some money after, I don't know, like 50 years. The bank, that day you put one penny, the bank can lend 10 times that penny. When you put your dollar in the banking account, the bank or the financial institution can lend 10 times that amount. And literally, when you go ask for a loan, you don't get the loan from the hard asset of the bank or from the cash the bank has. You get the loan from those fake 10 times that the bank can lend on their asset or on their money. So literally, when you go, you want to open a restaurant, for instance, or you open an online business, and you get a loan of 50,000 or 100,000, literally the bank doesn't have the money. Literally, they just put the number on the system, and you have to work like very hard to pay that money that even doesn't exist in first place in the real world of that bank. So this is how every single banking system works. It works in every single country, and especially countries who are attached to the to this kind of economic system, and especially who are attached to the US dollar. So it works in the Middle East, it works in North America, it works in Europe the same, in Africa, in South America, wherever you go, it's the same banking system. And this is how banks literally work. And this is just like one thing. This is just one thing of the things that the bank system, they want you to understand in the wrong way. Or not the wrong way. I don't want to put like wrong ethics on anyone. They don't give you the complete information. So they only gives you the information that benefit them. So literally, this is one of the things. The second thing that the banking system does is the money by itself. Usually we think that money is backed by gold, which is like not true. As of 1970, money, every single piece of money on this world is not backed up by gold anymore. So it's been now 50 years that we buy the BS that money is backed by gold, which is not. So literally, every single piece of money that you have has no value. It's just a piece of debt. Because remember, every single dollar that you put, every single piece of paper that you put in the banking system, the bank can lend 10 times. So literally, they can lend under the law 10 times fake money. And because they are the bank, they are the regulators, it's not a crime and on their side. But if you print money, you go to jail. So literally right now, we're not going to fight the banking system. We want to understand how it works so we can turn that system in our benefit. So literally always remember, if you are facing evil, like don't go and fight that evil, because literally you will lose. So, or maybe if even if you overcome that evil, you will be like in so much blood. Like you don't need this kind of fight. Literally, you need to understand how that system works and how you can turn it to your benefit. Or if you cannot turn it to your benefit, how you can create something in parallel of that system and literally change the whole game. Literally put more ethics, more integrity, more benefit, more literally positive impact on you, on your business, on your community, on your customers. So those are the things that you need to understand, and there are like plenty of things. And my issue with financial advisors and with bank managers and or bank I don't know what they call themselves, bank account managers, they don't even understand how the game of money and the game of debt works in the banking system. And yet they advise you on money, they advise you on loans, they advise you on that, they advise you where you should put your money in stocks and not real estate and all those kind of things. So literally, you have to get an advice from someone literally who accomplish what they are preaching about. So I will not go right now to any bank, to any financial institutions, to any insurance company, and buy their products or talk to their agent if that agent is broke or that agent cannot make the right money to pay in first place their own bills. So struggling financial advisors are not the right advisors to help me build my money empire. Struggling life coaches, they are not the right coaches to help me how to impact or transform my life. The market is full of, it is very bad word, shitty people. And literally, like you need to open your eyes and you need to raise the bar and raise what's happening in every single market using your business, using your offer, using your product, using your knowledge. So literally, we want to raise that bar above the average, because the average that we buy into right now in every single market is not that good. So this is why we are struggling with our money. This is why we are struggling with our health. This is why we are struggling with crime, with like so many different things and issues that are happening in our household, in our community, in our neighborhood. So keep in mind that you need to learn the game from people literally who created and accomplished what you want to accomplish. So if you want to write a book, go after someone who literally wrote a book and sold that book and made, maybe if you want more money, made lots of money selling the book. Maybe you need more impact. They made so much impact and transformation using that book. So go after someone who literally walked the way and accomplished the things that you want to accomplish. So this is the financial and banking system, and there are like so many different things. It's maybe we can talk for hours about the banking system and what we should learn about it. Literally go and Google things, and you find all the right information right now on the internet. But you have to dig in. You have to search the right information. You have to find the right knowledge. So the banking system, usually the debt and everything related to that, loans and all those kind of things, they are not bad by default, because we have been hypnotized, we have been programmed that that is always bad. That is not bad. That is the only medium right now, remember, because banks are creating money out of nothing. So it is literally a piece of that. Every single penny that you have, every single dollar that you have is just a piece of that. So I will leave that for you to go find it, dig in, understand it, and share that with me when you find it. So we start. I just like want to recognize people who are joining us today. Satendra, hello, and thanks for joining. And my friend Colin, how are you? Thanks for joining and commenting. And yes, it is crazy how things are going in our community and in our industry. So think about that, go search about that, and when you find the answers, or you need me to talk about the debt piece in details, we can do that in a different episode. So the second thing that I want to touch base is the school system. And the school system also, like by default, is not that bad. But if you only focus on the school system, and if only you consider that school system is the only system that you can get your education and knowledge so you can be successful in your life, you are wrong. Because I just look at my friend zone, like people who are on my zone of acquaintances, siblings, and friendship. They are literally, most of them, they have like very high education. They have master's degree, they have PhD degrees, and yet most of them, they are struggling financially. So not and in this system, remember, when you struggle financially, you can struggle with everything. Literally, when you cannot make the money, because we've been wired that money is everything, money is business, money is economy, money is blah blah blah. If you don't make the right money and you cannot pay your bills, you're not going to create the health that you want. You're not going to create the transformation and the impact that you want. So literally, people who cannot make the right money, and because of the system that we live in, it talks only about or it only use the medium of money for the value exchange. Right now, you are in big trouble. So this is why people, they get the best education, they get the business they want, they get the best offer and the best product, and yet they cannot make the right money because they've been wired in totally different level of thinking and acting. So the school system is needed. We want it, but it's not everything. The school system teach you literally about two things out of 10 or 12 that you need to do in your life. The school system only teach you about how to get a job and how to get a salary, how to get paid on monthly basis, like good amount of money, so you don't die, or you don't starve, or you don't struggle to pay your monthly bills. So literally, this is why most people, when they lose their job, when something happens in the market, when change happens in technology and lots of disruption happen in different industries, people lose their jobs. They cannot even think how they can produce a better value, how they can produce a product or an offer or a service so they can make more money they were making in the previous job. So they start to knock on the door of the government, and they start to knock about every single aspect they can, except how they can use the right value they have to create the offer or the business or the income that they should be making. So the school system, you go to the school system for 20 years, and the school system gives you the idea that they are the only people, the only system on earth that can give you the right knowledge, the right degree, the right system you can use to make the right money, the right life, the right information, the right product, the right offer, and the right business, which is not true. So they only give you one thing, how you can create some specific skills, and not always all the skills that you need to be successful in life or in business. They give you very specific skills. They bombard you with so many unuseful information that you don't need to learn most of the time. Like from the time of my school, all what I remember is the language I learned. I don't remember the math. I don't remember the science. I don't remember. Even I didn't understand science at that time. And most people and most students, they graduate after 20 years or 25 years in the school system, from grade like pre-primary until like you graduate with your master's degree, 25 years. and yet you cannot know and you cannot learn how you can create a value, package that value in a product and offer, so you can create the right income that you want. And this is my take on the school system, that literally they hypnotize us, they program us that they are the ultimate result or the ultimate truth for education, which is not true, because they only give you one thing for 20 years. Like literally, that one thing you can learn it in less than 1 year. I don't know why they want to create, or they want to put you in a system for 20 years just to teach you like one kind of skill, or very specific kind of skills that you can learn in a couple weeks. So literally, this is why most successful entrepreneurs, all the founders of big successful companies, they dropped outside of the school. Even though I remember when I was growing in my community and my small town back in Lebanon, literally all the successful people who created high impactful businesses, who created like very successful businesses, none of them, or very, 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 very rarely, some of them, they had a college degree, or they even like completed their junior high, or their high school. So all the successful people, they understand that the school system is very limited. The school system is not the answer, and they drop out and they make better life, better offer, better income, better revenue, because they understand the game of the system. They understand the game of this life and how it works. And this is what the school system will not teach us. The school system will not teach you about the money that the bank system also doesn't want you to learn how the money work. So all those systems, they work with each other, because remember, like people who are benefiting from those systems, they are investing also their money in those systems. And when you invest your money in one system or in one company, literally you can affect the way they create the regulations, the way they create their own rules, the way they create the whole game. So literally, this is what we are buying. We are buying so much BS. We are buying a limited program, and that limited program is limiting the way we do things in our life. We do things in our business. We do things in our jobs. And this is the way we struggle financially. We struggle with our knowledge. We struggle with our skills, with competitors and customers and everything that we do in business or in life. So you have to be aware of what's happening in the market right now. You have to be aware of how you can acquire the right knowledge from the right people, not from the people who position themselves. Yes, we have the answer or the truth, and they are not. So beware of the advice that you get, from who you get it. You don't buy the title of that person, buy the accomplishment, buy the results, the transformation they created, their own life. With that being said, I will leave you with that for today. Go find the answers about that, how you can use that, how you can use money in the right way, so you can start and grow your business, how you can use the school system in the right way, how you can find the right knowledge, how you can find the right education, so you can change your circumstances and you can change your results. If you need any help, put that in the comment section or DM me. And also in the description, you can find my link, so you can schedule a call with me, so a free call, so we can strategize, we can create a plan, we can map out a plan for your life and your business, how things should go the right way. That depends on your circumstances and the results and the desires that you want to accomplish in your business, in your money, in your time, in your energy. With that being said, this is George, and I will see you tomorrow with a new topic and a new